Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back. Happy Monday, and welcome back to Build Wars 2, the only channel to still be playing Bladesworn in current year. But we are going to be roaming around the Borderlands, prepping for the big balance patch that's coming out on the 24th, and making sure my stream looks okay. But we should be back to roaming, hopefully tonight. Maybe we'll do some PvP, who knows. But I've been enjoying both quite a lot. That is way too high a preview rate for my stream, but we're going to be jumping into it. Adjusting the build a little bit. It is the discipline build we're going to be rocking with tonight. No rifle, at least in road versus road, so nice little change, because, you know, I've been trying to work the rifle out of my system. Still the best weapon in PvP, but we'll see how it do. But welcome back. Hey, no, what's up? We got some exciting times, and I'm getting back into anime, chat. I don't know about y'all, but in the ripe old age of 60 years old, I'm finally catching up on all the anime I've missed. Ooh, we got a fight right off the bat. Oh yeah, we can take them. We got this. Yeah, if you're new here, welcome back. I am Pseudo. Lots of build crafting, theory crafting streams. We have a big balance patch coming out on the 24th. I believe there's also a fractal challenge mode coming out then as well, so it should be pretty exciting. And I think I managed to not mute my stream this time, which is also pretty exciting. Ooh, that's a Charcar. That was rude, Charcar. And if it reflects the Charcar projectiles, the Charcar doesn't want to fight. Come on, dude. Fight me. I got him on it. I have to hide in his earth. That's fair. But hopefully you're enjoying the final release of Janther Wilds. I really don't think it was as bad as a lot of doomers thought it might be, but, you know, it's good to have criticism as well. There's definitely things to dislike as well as like about it. But we are back. We should queue for EBD as well, since that's probably where all the fun action is. So let's get that queued up. We've got our little Lady Maria cosplay-ish going on. Make sure to get your entries in. We will be doing the Bloodborne fashion contest. Probably on the 25th, because I want to do it after the balance patch, so we'll get the hype in. I'll change that on the post as well. But get your entries in. If you're looking to submit your entry and you haven't been able to, whether it's through the various methods I've made available, just shoot me an image of gallery while I'm on screen, or I'll give you a Discord invite if you DM me or leave a comment. Just want to make sure everyone's got their entries in. We have about 6 entries so far, so you have a very good chance of winning, even if you don't show up to actually walk the walk. And we may actually be showing off the Bloodborne stage that I have crafted, or by I mean delegated to Sea Monster, and he made the master play in the guild hall. So see if I can get a hold of him. Maybe he can do a walking tour of it a little later tonight. Hey Sergio, what's up? Welcome back, dog. Did you try the Weaver build? You don't have to run Sword on it, but Sword is quite good. The main part is the stances in new Relic. Kind of makes it very tanky. Pretty much immune to condition damage. I don't know if I can play this, but I suppose we'll find out. Trying to get fewer DMCA strikes right off the gate. Right off the rip, I guess, on my streaming playlist is what it is, though. Alright. See if we can find some fights while we're in this queue. But anyone is welcome to join, jump in, hang out. I know it's middle of summer and people are prepping for sleeping before Dragon Bash, which comes out tomorrow, which is pretty cool. As well as just getting summer stuff done in general. I have a ever-expanding, never-ending list of stuff I need to get done, but thus is life, right? Gotta keep making progress. Oh, man. I've run into Nuh, like, every single time I queue for PvP as well, so shout out to them. It's very funny. I'm always like, oh, there's a Berserker on that. Oh, it's my guy. Yeah. Every single time I do, like, a one-off game for my dailies in PvP. But Rifle Berserker, since they made the changes, people kind of realizing Rifle's, like, pretty good. Saying. There we go, we got our queue. I might try to queue just a little bit later, just to keep my rank. I've been getting carried by War Pigs, no joke. Shout out to War Pigs. The best PvP guild. I also put in, like, trying to leverage Homage to level his guild up a little bit. I dropped, like, 2, 3, 4k into his guild the other day because I don't need it. So yeah, it's okay. Just want to have more ways to escape. Well, I don't think there's a relic that gives you more teleports yet, but maybe you can use the new utility skill you're getting to mimic Lightning Flash on the in the patch. Some really good changes coming for Engie and Thief as well in this patch. Someone is advertising Azura feet pics in chat as God intended. Thank you, team chat. It's, you know, you're in World versus World when it's definitely a vibe. Some people are into it. All right. Yeah, the build should be updated in the description as well as a couple others. I'm looking at Druid, Power Druid, especially with the quickness quick draw changes. I'm looking at Condi Mirage because I'm a scumbag. Don't know if I'll run the Relic of Agony, seems kind of overpowered, but you know, Uncleansable Burning is kind of whatever. Seems very good for duels and very little for everything else. Alright. We also had a bunch of subs over on YouTube. I'm trying to get a hold of a program that'll actually read the YouTube APIs, but unfortunately they don't make it public like they do Twitch, so I can't call out when people, you know, give you guys head pats, guys and girls, when you sub on YouTube, but thank you. I'm glad you're just enjoying the content and hanging out here and talking about builds. That is the most important thing to me. It's about time I do another video at some point, but I'd need free time for that. My next video will probably be the top 8 best World versus World foods, and only like 2 of them are Ascended food, weirdly enough. Ooh, a person. Can I save you? It's been like 20 minutes and we haven't fought anything yet. Chat's probably getting bored and going to sleep. I'm real interested to try Spectre after the patch as well. It seems kind of nutty with 3 extra initiative. Hell yeah, Alcatraz. Nice job, dog. Dying Revenant. I'm trying to think of the Revenant changes. The one Homage is really understandably quite upset about is the fact they're changing aggressive agility to not give resistance on movement skill, which is understandable, but also that's unbelievably strong, so I kind of get why they're changing it and why he's upset about it. Because it's basically, I almost thought of the correct thing first. Warrior Sprint. Ooh, there go our frames. Get up, friendo. Got you. Ooh, got a guy down. Let's go. Have you solved your mobility issue, or is that only an issue on your Scourge, Dream? And anyone's welcome to jump in here while we're tearing it up. Happy to run around. I realized I have not done enough roaming lately, so... Destroyed by Pistol Kata. I'm surprised you saw a Pistol Kata. Get out your Master Ball, dog. I'm also kind of surprised you got destroyed by Pistol Kata with all the Condi Cleanse you have on that build, but, you know, getting used to it, I guess. The only real necessary part of that build is that you run Weaver, Sergio. You can kind of run whatever weapons you want. And run Weaver for the stances, because the stances are overpowered. I don't know, the Shiro stun break's like real good. It removes all the movement impairing crap. Stun breaks and removes movement impairing crap, and is like a 600 range evade. A very long evade frame as well. I mean, granted, you need energy for it. What's up, Sai? How are you? Welcome back, guys and girls. Hopefully you guys are well. I'm getting destroyed by this camp supervisor. Let me check some stuff, chat. We're dropping just a couple frames. I want to make sure it's not on my end. I have my 5070 Ti, I just haven't found time to throw it in the computer. Alright. That's good. Yeah, Dream's been like silently, not so silently competing with me for rating. Whereas I'm just trying to get games in while I have a build I enjoy. Alright, I think we're good. Look good, sound good, not glitching out too much. I'm gonna put this a little bit closer over here. I just like the build variety of World vs. World, you know? That's why I gravitated toward it after I was sort of done with PvE. Don't get me wrong, I love PvE, it's just... How did my friend put it? The combat in PvE is kind of like solved, you know what I mean? Like Snowcrows has kind of got that on lock, and if you can do a better build than Snowcrows, you're already doing too much, you know? Not saying don't try, I'm just saying you're optimizing like hundreds of DPS instead of thousands at that point. Less fun. I'm super curious about what they're going to actually do in terms of numbers. What's up, Mr. Gambling Dedicated? Hopefully you're well. We got credit for that. All you're going to do is World vs. World. There's some crazy builds for sure that are going to get enabled by this patch. Like I started to say and then got distracted by something shiny. I'm really interested to see the numbers on stuff. Running at 60. Mechanist didn't seem like doing damage to him. Trailblazer's mech's gonna be a hard fight to overcome. All the mechs I've run into have been very bursty, but I don't know, Sergio, practice. That's all I got for you. I just know that build's super OP right now. Alright, and if you don't know about the Bloodborne Fashion Contest, go check the posts tab. And if you have a gallery that you haven't already put in our Discord or linked to me, please be sure to do that during a stream, because I can't do anything about YouTube culling links. Unfortunately, I thought I could enable it, and that was a lie, and I thought Imager would let me make streams the entire last stream, and that was a lie too. Everyone needs to make an account, because everyone wants their data and everything sucks, but we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. I'm a bird, chat. I'm a bird. I'm a lagging bird. It was a good MOA. Lagged, looked at chat, lagged again, died. Next are pistol shields. How do you do damage? Do you just run around and like let the bot punch people? I believe that. Seems like an insane playstyle, though. And staff, chat. Oh, there is a dude over there. I should help him. Not a coward. Go in. I was running around with this one scrapper the other day, and shout out to him because he was making it work. In the midst of enemy territory, I'm gonna have to pull some shenanigans off to get this stomp. Yeah, I got the stomp, but I'm super dead because Dragon Trigger takes a year to come out. That's okay. Happy with that. I might have to switch up to Ziliac Signet just for the extra stab. I don't want to, but I might have to. Stab is just super king in World vs. World. I have a feeling we're gonna get some news about the next X pack late next week as well, hopefully. Also, PSA, we've had a bunch of new people just join VOA in general, and if you'd like to join, let me know. One very easy rule, no political or religious stuff in guild chat, but if you see them around, say hi, because a bunch of people joining from all corners of the game, PvX, PvP, PvE, World vs. World, streams, everything. Yeah, and tomorrow's Dragon Bash. I think they fixed the exploit too. I don't know if they banned the people who were exploiting the early merchant exploit, but I would hope they didn't perma-ban them, because it seems like a lot of people. I think the Steam sale's pretty soon. I've been holding out hope that Night Rain might go on sale for like $5 off or something, but it's pretty new. I would like to actually play that with my friends. Not even validating that. Nah, you know the rules. I know you're kidding, other people don't. Yeah, I think there was a post on Reddit talking about like a projected October, like mid-October release date, and they had like receipts and stuff about it. I read that for about 8 seconds and got distracted. You tell me what trait lets me hit shit. I'll slot it in, Parrot Queen. October 28th, based on the Wizards Vault refresh. Alright, well, that person's wrong. Got scared for a minute, chat. Yeah, I suppose that would line up. That's usually how they do it. It may not line up with a Wizards Vault refresh, though. Although you'd think the special objectives would, just for the story. And they do have a habit of releasing stuff at the end of months. Either way, I'm okay with it. Yeah, the unfortunate part with a lot of their releases, they tend to put them right with Halloween. Did I not cast Defiant Stance? The fuck was that? Alright. I didn't cast Defiant Stance. Alright, whatever. Gremlins, fuck it. Let's go. Probably had a stroke and thought it was a Revenant that actually has a reasonable cast time for that skill. It's the one that ignores block everyone seems to have in this game. Honestly, I think the ignoring blind part of that trait is the most valuable part of Unyielding Parrot Queen, because I never really cast anything but the 3 on Bladesworn, because it auto-triggers all your traits, regardless of whether or not you hit, which I don't think is a healthy interaction either, but, you know, here we are. And since I'm running Staff, like, this gives you 3 stacks of unblockable, so I'm kinda... if I'm good, which I'm trying to get better at, is line that up with, Line Breaker, the Staff 3 up with your Dragon Slashes. I'm not a fan of, like, redundant traits. And I feel like Unyielding Dragon and Immortal Dragon do not give you enough bonus damage, even with the Might generation, for how long they take to charge. I'd rather have just the shorter slashes and the utility in the Fury in World vs. World, even if they're all garbage traits. Yeah, they may have changed it, seeing as they changed the refresh for one of those Gen 3 Wild updates. Yeah, we'll see. You're not wrong. Let's give you guys something to do in chat. Already been streaming for like 15 minutes or so. I wanted to do a trivia song, but I don't think anyone but me listens to Japanese rock. Just do exclamation point 6th X pack in chat. You gotta be followed on Twitch or just exists on YouTube. That'll be for our first RNG giveaway. Also, I'll let you guys choose. If you want World vs. World roaming, I'm good with it. If you want PvP, I'm good with that too. Down for whatever tonight. Just kind of vibing out tonight. I'm super sweaty because it's 8,000 degrees because we broke Earth, but, you know, it'd be how it do. Goodbye, person. I feel like Bladesworn should have more traits that, maybe not in the Grandmaster slot, but like to fundamentally change how a warrior actually plays. No, I'm not going to specify what I mean by that. I just think it would be interesting. Because like no escape on Spellbreaker is just a good trait for warriors in general. Even if you weren't a Spellbreaker. I feel like there should be some stuff like that on Bladesworn, like playstyle defining stuff. I also kind of think the Spellbreaker should have more than one option than no escape. Nobody wants free gold tonight, chat. I understand. I'll just mail it straight to Sergio. Fight me. You're a soul beast. You have to want to. You have the stupid bee. Bro. Alright. Send to Sergio, yeah. Sergio's so poor. What we got? 3, 4, 5. See if I can pull one of them away. They're all in a guild though, so they're probably on comms. Might be kind of hard. I want to get the plush Warclaw. I'm sad I missed the fluffy boy. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Use that one. So fast. It's so fast, chat. I also figured out that you can stow cancel the staff 4 on Warrior, which is super unhealthy, but oh man, it didn't detarget. I meant to go that way. It's alright, shaking off the dust. Thank you, D&D. More modern, Sergio, I'd say. But check this out. You can hidden warrior tech, right? You can actually, let's see if I can do it and not embarrass myself. You can stow cancel this, which has a giant telegraph, but it's kind of good for baiting out the skills. Hey Dream, what's up, dog? Yeah, considering it's usually pretty impactful in a fight. Making money quicker, pain is good, make your skin a little thicker. It ain't luck, anyone that's at the top, no it ain't luck. It's a grind, it's a time since the day one. It's your mind deep inside, how you stay. I think Dream has a pretty dope hybrid build. Let's go through SMC. Just I'm gonna. But yeah, get those entries in. First RNG giveaway is ! 6th X-Pack in chat. Gotta be followed on Twitch or just exist on YouTube. Here's Heaven's Archer. What's up, dude? Thank you, Meg. We're having our little Bloodborne fashion contest, too, so if you would like to dress up as a hunter, feel free to enter. If you can't make the stream time to actually walk the catwalk on the 25th, no worries, you can just shoot me a Imager album, and you can still win lots of money. We've already had like 6 or 7 entries. I mean, you can still enter. People might. I'm unsure if I want to do just I vote for it because that seems boring and people get mad at me. I might just open it up to you guys to vote and who has the best. Or maybe I'll assemble a panel of judges so I can leverage the blame onto someone else. I think I'm gonna have to. I don't want to, chat. You can't make me. Alright, fine. Stomp just feels so useless. I'll go back to the stun break that's like kind of good. Did they leave or is this a guy? This is a red man. Gonna attack the Stoliac. I'm doing it. Hello, red man. Will it go back to the format of X of Y? I mean, what was it? Soto used up their, what are they called? The connecting words? They're not conjunctions. Secrets of the Obscure. And Janther Wild's like made up for that, so probably D&D. Try to hit this guy the least I can. Get to the correct weapon so I can fight this Core Guardian. Oop. Small issues have arisen. Oh my. People. This is a 3v3 chat. They jump into it. Come on, come on. Don't be cowards. Come on. Come on, green guys. I think Noah had some solid conspiracy board theories on why it might be actually be Domain of wins. Oh, is this the Soul Beast? I gotta kill him, right? Oh, that's a Dragon Hunter. I think it might help our red dudes here. They left all their friends to die. They're all chasing me, dude. It's pretty funny. Green team's got no mercy, dude. None whatsoever. Poor red people. One guy's playing his heart out though. I'll say that much. Ah, he tried. Dream, we got this. Let's go. I was born to be a fighter, had these dreams and desires. I would be something better, energy, got a fire in my soul to keep target something, I'll kill it. Going on this Dragon Hunter, I think. If I could ever target it. I'm not patient, but I've learned to embrace it. Cause I've been working, I've been waiting, never complacent. Oh boy. Cause I'm so close I could taste it. Wanted away from everything. Now we can't. They have way too many. Can't enter Dragon Trigger because it counts as a movement skill. Dude, if Dragon Trigger is gonna count as a movement skill, entering it should remove it with Leg Specialist or Warrior Sprint or whatever the fuck it's called. Dude, they all wanted you dead. Yeah. It's alright. It's pretty good. I want to figure out which who's healing in that bucket, because they still definitely had a healer in there. Oh yeah, definitely more came. That's why I said run. Return of the tunnel. No tunnel. Something addressing the Azura might be kind of cool though. I feel like they had a little bit in the interlude between Heart of Thorns. Yeah, you did some solid AoE pressure, dog. Trying to get away from that NG so I could heal you. Did not work. I want to run the other stance, chat. I'm so over stances. I'm so over stances. Dude, if we could have a Space Dragon expansion, I'd be down for that. Space Dragon expansion sounds dope. Something addressing the Mist Stranger might be kind of cool too. My dream expansion, I think I've gone over this with you before, chat, is I really want them to lean hard into the systems that actually support the different player interactions in the game. I know that wouldn't really sell, but I feel like it could, you know? I feel like they could sell that if they wanted. No idea what just happened. I'm like playing in fast forward. Weird lag spikes. I do feel like the Norns could also do with an expansion. They kind of had the interlude that was, what are we calling it? Frost and Flame, Ice and Fire. Song of. Icebreed Saga. There you go, Brain. And that was okay, but I feel like that was a true expansion where it could have been. The first episode, episode 0, or the 0th episode, was really good in that, though, the prelude prologue. New race, Tengu. Dude, if the new expansion, that could be the new feature that isn't a combat feature, right? Tengu for the new expansion. I feel like I say it wouldn't take that much work, but I know it would take a buttload of work. Just in terms of, like, what they could do to sell it. Because there has to be an expansion that's going to sell it to combat nerds like us, chat, and one that's going to sell it to people who are very much not combat nerds. DRMs, I've heard, suck much less now. I don't know why I'm going this way. I don't know how I'm alive either. It's crazy town. I have a feeling the last thing they're gonna do in this game is show that Queen Jenna was Lissa all along now. Goodbye. Sorry, dog. And stay out. Well said. Yeah, get those entries in. Exclamation point, sixth X-Pack or 6th expansion, if I could talk, in chat. So I followed on Twitch or just exist on YouTube, and we'll do that drawing after this. That is a baby, and I feel bad. Justin, is there a hologram? I'd vote for it. I just don't know what, like, if they did such a huge time skip for Guild Wars 1 to Guild Wars 2, I feel like to Guild Wars 2 to Guild Wars 3, if it's even happening, right, and it's not something completely different, they'd have to do a similar time skip. So yeah, it definitely will be. Another 5 minutes on this timer and actually finish my protein shake. I can work out, chat. Can't eat. So much effort. Way too much effort involved in chewing and eating. So I drink most of my meals. I'd take pills to get calories if I could. Sounds great. Oh, we got Sergio, we got Heavens Archer, we got the whole crew. Sergio, when are you gonna level up Ascended Cooking? When are you gonna use some of this gold you keep winning for me to level up Ascended Cooking, dog? It's super worth it. I really wish that had been Soto, honestly, nah. I felt like all the little lore snippets of where the commander lost and, like... Alright, minor sort of not really spoilers for Secrets of the Obscure if you haven't played it. So if you're new here and you skip forward on the VOD 3 minutes. But I was really hoping that since the demons were, like, hyper unexplained, and since the realm was called the Realm of Dreams, and since the wizards had basically been making fractals but real for a really long time with people, I was hoping that the demons were going to end up being escaped prisoners from the fractals, you know, the wizard fractals but real in secrets, and that the, like, Patha or Eparch was going to end up being the commander after they fucked up and failed. But that did not turn out to be the case. Alright. you're muted, you can unmute now, as much sense as that makes. Thank you. Because you find documents. You're like, hey, the commander fucked up and lost and ran away. It's like, okay, you're gonna resolve what happened to them? Because that might be a really cool plot thread. No, we're gonna chicken out like fucking that one Yu-Gi-Oh season that actually had potentials where they rode motorcycles. You know, craft has ended food because you used that gold for legendary runes. Alright, fair enough. I just think it's worth it, dog. I also think that doing key farms just for the primers is super worth it that you get from Black Lion statuettes. Like the key run every week. Oh, that's me. Yeah, the new expansion is called Doomer's Paradise. Panic, panic, oh god, Guild Wars 2's ending. Why? Why did I put so much money into this game? Oh god, help. I never had fun with it. Please help me, ANET, thank you. Guy's made of fucking rocks, dude. I'm gonna take damage. 3,000 damage. There's a whole bunch of damage, chat. Best auto attack on fucking Bladesworn. It does the most damage. What else is here? There's some tiny... Oh, it's the engineer dude. Fair enough. He helping his friend out. Bro. Friend ran the other way. Firebrand's just good, right? Because it has all the options. It's what I always talk about, is like, things seem good when they have all the buttons in the world, right? How is that obstructed, Science? I got an obstructed mark on that. Fucking flat ground the projectile, hate him. No, it's obstructed. You're a Bladesworn, you get to eat shit. Alright, thanks, game. Imagine having projectiles that work, chat. Controller stopped working. That's like every stream now. I might have to check my Bluetooth receivers and shit. It's like, why am I just backing up slowly? Nah, Firebrand, I mean, it was nerfed. It was bullshit, right? But when you had every tome forever. But having an actual ammunition system, I think, is one of the coolest changes they've ever done to Firebrand. Yeah, I enjoy it, Pirate Queen. Or Unseen Sword, the trait. It's probably the most fun, and it doesn't do any damage, but it strips Aegis when you're fighting Guardians. It kind of combo, like you pointed out that I'm not using the unblockable trait, so it kind of helps you deal with Guardians and stuff. I'm jumping. Feel bad. I mean, you have two options at that point if you feel like you're getting carried by Willbender Burritos. Or D&D. Also, thank you, Burritos, for the follow. Appreciate it. You can either get really good at it, or you can play something interesting. Seems like you have chosen option 2. Well, it's useful now, because, like, you can choose what your skills do and whatnot. With the page system. I'd love a bullet system for their gun saber. I think that'd be amazing. Probably give them a lot of, like, you know, carnival tickets, as Roy says, to put into other stuff. I also really, really want another balanced stream. I think it would be real cool to go over that sort of where the game's at 3 years later. Excuse me. After I either take this camp or fail at taking this camp, we'll do the drawing. So get your entries in. Exclamation point 6th X pack. And remember to link me your Bloodborne entries if you have not, because we only have like 6 entries for that as well, so. Thank you, Trevor. Welcome back, dog. Plus it looks cool, right? Unseen Sword on Bladesworn is one of the few things that actually has a custom animation that wasn't reused for something else. And it kind of functions as a thief detector as well. Whereas if you use it when you're out of combat and it goes off, I think except in this camp, literally, yeah, because there's a flag in the ground right here, it'll go off. See, it even put me in combat because there's a secret invisible token in the ground here. Oops, sorry, Dream, I didn't see you coming, my bad. Alright. Go in here. Get the synthesizers or chat will yell at me. Oh, hello. Not so much for that plan. Oh, sit down, child. Whenever I toggle on action camera, it's always a mystery of whether or not it's actually going to go where I want it. Plus, it gives AoE boons to other people. And in World vs. World, that's like something. Yeah, but it's fun. If I wanted good, I wouldn't be playing Warrior. We've been over this. I just enjoy fun things. Good class said go play Mesmer or some shit, which I probably will be next week, so I guess enjoy it while it lasts. Defiant Stance takes 4 years to cast with lag, dude. It's so oppressive, they really should make it 1 second. It's insane. This. Defiant Stance. It's a heal skill, ostensibly. They should either chunk it up to 1/2 second, or chunk it up to 3 seconds again, or 4 seconds again base. Or they should, give it the 1/2. 4 seconds in PvP, I mean. BOF had some, I mean, honestly, all the X-Packs and all the spears, with the exception of Warrior. Even Spellbreaker has some decent animations on the trails and stuff. They were going for more of a simple but effective vibe with that one, but then they just stopped and just kept the simple vibe, I guess. But thus is Warrior life. All right, let's do this drawing here, chat, and don't worry, there will be lots more. We will zoom in. We will slash breakdance. Excuse me? Is this a cover of? It is. Okay. Hopefully I don't get yoked from space on this one, dog. Alright. Trevor X Gage over on Twitch, you have won. Congrats, dog. Character name or an account name whenever you get the chance. Or whisper Salem, S-A-L-E-M, all one word. I also really like the idea of Spellbreaker. I kind of like the idea of all of the Warrior specs having something to do with a field. Hey, Gold Magistrate. What's up, dog? I think Spellbreaker and Berserker honestly should have like more frequent, shorter lasting lightning fields and fire fields respectively. I think that'd be dope. Days created. Yeah, no worries. Let me find a safe spot and I will mail you. Is anything worse than Bladesworn though? Like actually though in PvP. I don't see anything else this free with less, what would be the correct verbiage? less frequency. It's by far the least thing I see the least in PvP. There we go. 25 gold sent off. I'm glad you're enjoying the content, dog. No, Weaver's super good right now. Maybe before this patch, Weaver, yeah, but Weaver's... with the ammunition skills and the Bavanisos relic, it's fucking nuts. Especially because they're probably gonna have to nerf Condi Soul Beast. So, like, Weaver's gonna even more outpace shit. See a lot of indicators. Huh. There we go. Push through them. Nice job. You come back here. Here's one now. I know I said PvP though. Alright, I can't move. I'm a warrior. I don't get to play the game. I have no allies. None. My allies have forsaken me. Why push when you can do nothing? I feel like Rev is still in a pretty good spot. I know there's actually a Renegade build rolling around as well right now. I think the Blast Relic actually really helped Rev. I'm not sure if they run it in PvP though, but I've heard whisperings that it's run in PvE, so I'd think it would translate. I think just anything that can do CC while doing damage on any of the new spears is kind of crazy. Grats, Trevor. I'd still make one legendary sigil, but grats on your legendary armor, that's big. Spellbreaker, I think, has a lot of builds in PvE. Well, I guess one build in PvE that's viable. It's got a Worldless World PvP build. You can kind of, no, you can customize Spellbreaker kind of how you want. You could even get, like, run it with arms or something. Spellbreaker actually is good enough to have build variety. If you're into build crafting, I can't recommend getting, working towards legendary armor at least. It's quite the investment, but quite worth it in my opinion. Go take this tower, dog. Switch over to my real weapon. I tried sword pistol with this, and I just don't ever hit anything. Like, the Aegis is nice, but the Aegis is bullshit, and I really hope they remove it one day, so I don't want to get used to playing with it. So we're gonna try Staff. Oh, thank you, sir. My turn. Is 4 Winds gonna come later than usual, chat? Because Dragon Bash is like tomorrow. I feel like 4 Winds actually might. Maybe they'll do like festival 3-week break festival, like really ramp up. Songs from the 90s that has a 3-minute outro. I don't hate Aegis. I hate Aegis in conjunction with Shieldmaster. I think Shieldmaster needs to die so Bladesworn can live Pirate Queen. The new relics are pretty good. They're kind of not for warrior, even though a lot of them seem like they would be, but they're actually pretty good overall. Like, one of them's kind of a meme. Their power level's, like, pretty decent. A lot of people are getting a lot of value out of, Bavanisos and Mistburn Kashima. Bavanisos even doesn't suck on Warrior, because it removes 2 Condis per stance. It's just better on Soul Beast and, Weaver. Or wins August 5th. Okay. It's not bad. I want to know why I tab targeted to this forest boar over there before I tab targeted to the actual wolf that was killing us. I wish they could have, in terms of retaliation, I really wish that they could have, worked out a way for, retail to be healthy for the game, you know? The problem with retail is it was just unblockable Condi damage that scaled off of power, which isn't super healthy for the game. But now we have uncleansable Condi damage that scales off of Condi damage, so, you know, here we are. We also have stuns that do damage. See if we can show off Dragon Trigger looking like it does damage. Maybe if they could have just added a radius to it, you know? The problem with adding a radius to it is it's a boon, and they're outside the radius is kind of useless, but I guess you could scale it. Relic of Agony, when you interrupt a foe, puts a dot that is equivalent to 1 stack of burning that scales with your Condi damage, like 1 stack of burning would, that you can't cleanse. It's not as oppressive in PvP as it sounds, but in World vs. World, there's a pretty cancer Sword Mirage build that you can run full Trailblazers with it and just attrition an enemy down. Yeah, it's not super fun to fight. It also works really well on Druid in actual PvP. I've been dueling... Oh, what's his name? Oh, from War Pigs. He's a very, very talented Ranger player. He's been running that on his Druid. Druid and Soul Beast, if people know what they're doing in PvP right now, just don't take the fight. Like, they're just unkillable. I mean, maybe if you're a god tier Mesmer or something and you play a functional class, but like if you're on a warrior, don't do it. Unranked PvP was seeing... Yeah, there's been a lot of 5Qs in unranked. That dagger ambush was in the game for like a year though, before they nerfed it. I think it was just for PvE and they couldn't separate it yet. That crap was nuts. I find it, the one thing I do find kind of annoying is I'll keep calling overpowered crap that they'll end up nerfing like 2 years after I call that it's overpowered. And I wish they could just like move up that cadence, you know? Like, oh, there's this dagger ambush that has a 0-second cooldown that dazes and does all the Condis in the game. It's like kind of good. Maybe we should nerf that. Nah. It's fine. I'll just go this way. My movement skills are so slow that I cannot... Somehow I was facing this way. Who knows? Who knows, chat? Just warrior things, I guess. It's like how Stomp, when you use it, will make you face to the right or something. I was trying to stomp, like, change Stomp into Bull's Charge the other day. Let's see if I can show this off. And I don't know if it's something that just kind of got fucked along the way or what. Like... half the time it seems like it'll just face you wherever. Condi Druid, I feel like the answer is to actually go far and range them down. Like, weirdly, I think the thing that counters Condi Druid probably the best is either Rifle Warrior or Longbow Ranger. You just have to find a way to deal with all their stealth. Because unless they're paper roll and running a Relic of Speed, which they're usually not, they have to get up your butt to do anything. But once they're up your butt, they're very difficult to deal with with all the CCs, which is good counterplay. 30% bullet druids into their area. Yeah, I'll follow you. I'll follow you, Dream. All these songs have like 40,000 year outros, dog. Ooh, people, fight me. Come on. Hello. Sit down. That's an elixir of ambition. Very tanky warrior. There we go. Oof, oof, oof. Can I get it off? Man. Fuck. Alright, bail time. They turned around. That's a weaver. Sorry, Dream. Yay! See if I can get some of our pugs to chime in here. Yeah, no, man. Saw that. 180'd pretty hard. They do have a turtle bubble now, but they also have to be running staff, which a lot of them don't. What is going on with my targeting today? You mad? Come back here. Stomp is also just a fun skill. It's not really a good skill because it needs like miles less aftercast, but it's a fun skill, you know? Kind of that's the vibe I'm going with for this build. It's just fun. I'm just pressing buttons and like my controller's just doing stuff today, chat. I'm gonna restart XPadder real quick, like. He is running torch, I know, right? What do you guys think is the worst weapon in the game? Just standalone, right? I kind of think it's longbow. But longbow has the F1. So it can't be. Is paper roll... So paper roll's on EU, correct? It's, again, I'd love to be... A-Net, if you're listening, partner me. Love to do content with these people that I can't. But he is a friend of the show. Very, very, very talented. Full builds. Dude, Ball, I know, right? I'm so curious about what the numbers are going to be. Dagger for anything with Spellbreaker. I feel like you can make Dagger Berserker work. It's just the... I guess Slicing Maelstrom sucks. Slicing Maelstrom sucks less since they decreased the aftercast a lot. Not really sure. All these stacks, dude. There we go. Targeting seems a mite bit better. I feel like Dagger has potential. Dagger has potential as the one weapon that I would really like to use on Berserker without going into Berserk mode. I still want to make that build work, where you use Berserk mode kind of as a secondary, not as your primary form of doing damage. I want to cope that build is still out there. Ugh, can't talk, dying. Didn't get my tea before the stream, chat. Yeah, but the only good parts of Longbow are like the F1s, right? The 4 is basically useless, the 3 is basically useless. The auto attack is useless. They just take this? We go in here? Do it, dude. Just don't do coffee too late. Why is this wall down? I'm so confused. The Slicing Maelstrom animation is cool, I just have no idea what the range is on it. And the fact is, it's just Arc Divider, but Boon Rip. The only reason it is Arc Divider is because World vs. World, and they wanted to have Arc Divider too. I've talked to commanders and people will literally run greatsword, dagger, what's the other one? Dagger, axe. Because Berserker's only job is to do damage, and then they just keep nerfing the things that do damage on it in World vs. World. It's like, bruh. Maybe different playstyle options? Come on. Anchor then stun us, stupidly strong. In PvP it's fine, because, yeah, the F1s auto-trigger your regen traits and stuff. Yeah, Longbow isn't terrible. It just, I guess it has some utility that you don't get on other weapons. I just think rifles like better than everything. Hello, person. Invite Crazy Fox to our little party. I think Hammer's quite strong on Warrior as well. Oh no, if you're here, try Hammer as your offhand weapon instead of Greatsword on Berserker. Because I was getting... The idea when I was talking to somebody who was in Warpigs who was running it was basically you do all your burst with rifle and then you try to lock them down and just keep them locked down. You don't really need the hammer to do damage, you just need the hammer to make them not hit you while you wait for all your cooldowns to come up again. Also, if you're not using heightened focus on your Berserker build, you should be. And that goes for like everybody. With the possible exception of Pirate Queen because she plays real builds. The potential to still reset Berserk mode and on a rifle warrior, I feel like or rifle berserker is quite good. Oh, there are my functional skills. I missed you. You remember back when Dragon Trigger went 900 range when this expansion came out, chat? I remember that. That was so much fun. I miss that so much. I miss on-release End of Dragon's Bladesworn, like, actually quite a lot. Well, let's try to get my stacks faster if there's a group. Thank you. I mean, Hammer's not very good on Conde, but I hear you. It's okay on Conde, actually, because you can get the duration off the Immobilize. Hail of Justice ammo has been critting. Power offhand Guardian. Is this the 4? I know, dead charges. That's quite good. I mean, Mace is just good, right? Auto-tracking stun that does 5 stacks of confusion. Kinda good. Or auto-tracking days. It's a pretty good weapon. It's weird that Mace itself has no condies still except weakness. I kinda think they should throw some bleeding in the Mace auto-attack chain too, or something. Axe shield. You must be so stoked that your non-berserk mode F1 skill might actually hit things now, Vids. This little range pounce buff. Genuinely good change. I mean, can't get rid of Axe's utility because it doesn't have any, so they have to nerf the damage. I know, I just want a real Conde weapon for Warrior. That's actually a good point. You'll be able to do the weird pressing F1 thing and then go into Zerk mode and get the sneaky second Axe burst. That's not a bad point, actually. I wonder if they're aware of that, since Captain Crapface pointed it out in one of his videos. But that would require them to watch it. Oh, I would love that. If, especially if it was like a warrior specialization thing. Maybe that's me being selfish, but I would love if your warrior or if your weapon skills when you took like a specialization you could change before combat. That would require, if they did that on every class, that would require so much fucking work. That on this game, once this game gets like sponsored by Amazon or something and immediately thus goes to shit, they're never gonna do that. That's so much development budget. I would love that though. I also like have been thinking about the weird and not weird additions they made post debuting the classes in End of Dragons, right? How they added like ambushes to every other class, but didn't add like flip over unleash, or every other weapon other than the Untamed Hammer, but didn't add like fully add them because they really only had the hammer skills flip over, and then because of that they like added the hammer skills to have variants on other classes later, and how the Blight didn't originally do anything and everyone threw a fit, and now the Blight does stuff. Maybe people should have thrown a fit about the Gunsaber skills sucking. Of course, back then they didn't. They made sense. Oh yeah, Alcatraz, that used to also be a rune, so when Berserker came out, Skull Grinder, Body Blow, Rune of Perplexity Berserker was hell. Because one Skull Grinder would do, no joke, 20 stacks of confusion, and it would hit harder and last longer than it currently does. It was mad stupid. This is why I keep saying, like, Warrior's paying for its past sins. Maybe one day we'll get buffs and shit. I must. I wouldn't even care if they nerfed its damage at some point. I just want more utility and cool combinations to play with. Yeah, it used to have almost permanent retribution too. Or, brain. Retaliation. Those are really good too. The mini boosters that you can get from the kegs and stuff, Dream, are really good when you take like keeps and whatnot. I mean, Skull Grinder still does insane power burst damage. That's why you can run like a demo amulet on Mace Warrior and just have the Condi be ancillary at this point. Yeah, you remember when Chronomancers needed a clone to do their rotation in PvP? Or PvE? Yeah, but Virtuosos also die when you sneeze at them, so... If you can actually land damage on a Virtuoso, it fucking dies. Problem is you have to kite them for 60 seconds and wait for all their bullshit to be up. You know what would be really interesting, actually, chat, is skills like Virtuoso's invuln or Warrior's stances that weren't usable until X number of seconds had gone by in a fight. You know? Kind of like if your utility skills took Adrenaline or something like that. I know that would be an effective nerf to everything on Warrior. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying it would be interesting. So you couldn't just front load the fight with like all of your invulns and whatnot. Down here. I thought he was gonna jump down. He didn't. Tragic, truly. This is not a real hill. Oh, you want to fight, dog? Fight you. Too many friendos. Okay, something hit me. Bro, you're leaving your friend to die. Aw. Thought you wanted to fight. Well, fight once you being outnumbered, I guess. I feel like that actually hit him, it just knocked him in. I mean, it'd be nice if you could activate them anytime, but it kind of worked like Hollow's Heat, where they had bonus effects based on adrenaline level. I'd be okay with that for a mod for Warrior 2. I'm surprised we actually haven't talked about that before. I think that'd be super sick. Oh, friendo. Come back. Don't die. It's weird to me that the Bladesworn skills aren't called Exceed skills, and they're not like relative to how much flow you have, you know? Oh, 1v1? Your OP staff? I have one of those. See? Unblockable. That wasn't. Oh, I wanted a duel. My friendos don't want to let the duel happen. Ooh, what's killing me? I want to kill this thing. Fucking useless Bladesworn ass skills, dude. Used Gunsaber 2, did the animation, didn't hit the down guy. Hell yeah. Oh, he gone. Apparently it is not a duel. Thank you for asking though, guy. They finally killed the one Spellbreaker. See, Spellbreaker's so overpowered. Man. And by overpowered, I mean kind of like balanced with all the other gods running around. Overpowered compared to the mortals that are Berserker and Bladesworn, I guess. Hammer Rifle Spellbreaker? No, you need to, yeah, you need to run Spellbreaker if you're running Rifle as a duelist because the full counter will reset kill shot, and kill shot, while rooting you to the fucking floor, does have 1500 range. It just feels really weird to give something like a new type of skill that nothing else has. Sora, you're gonna die, dog. I am not there. You ride that lightning. Respect, though. Ouch. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And our dudes are running the other way, alright. Kinda wanna head over to Desert, see if I can get some duels. No one seems to be hanging out and dueling the dueling side. Alright, chat. Giveaway time. You gotta be followed on Twitch or just exist on YouTube. And remember, we're doing our Bloodborne Fashion Contest on the 25th. And if you want to enter, you gotta show up. So, rules for that. Shoot me a gallery of what your character looks like, either while I'm streaming or on our Discord, or show up to the contest and walk in our guild hall. And we are giving away a legendary spear. But, guild giveaway, or gold giveaway for tonight. Let me see if I can find it here. I can't play this more than once, so grab your kids, hide your wife, chat. What is the name of this metal band that I use for my channel intro? Hold on. That band in chat after an exclamation point. I don't want to play it too many times because I will get DMCA'd to shit. Hang on. Gotta mute it. Alright, we good. Nickelback. Yeah, Japanese metal band Nickelback. Hell yeah, dog. I don't know, I don't get the hate that Nickelback gets, by the way. Like, a lot of their songs are kind of boring, but like, I think they got some hype ones. God, dude, I remember Hoobastank. I'm old. Respect to this Spellbreaker as well. He's trying to live the dream. Successfully living the dream with that overpowered staff he's got. Hey, Go City. Welcome, dog. I only listen to the mountain goats. Like actual mountain goats? Rude. Trying to res my friend. Friend did not want to be rezzed. Gotta save my guildie though. I'll actually up it to 50 gold, see if anyone can get it, but it's the channel opening I've been using forever. YouTube seems to be more aggressive with their copyright thing. Yeah, I know. I know who the mountain goats are, they're pretty good. Gotcha. Don't get greedy. Our guy didn't tag him though. There we go. Interesting. If I start up with Bull's Charge, it actually triggers. Spellbreaker's pretty good. He knows what he's doing. He's gotten caught out. One OK Rock. It's a good guess. I think they've done like every One Piece opening ever. Bonus points also if you style it correctly, because all Japanese bands seem to have insane stylization to their names. I wonder if they've actually even thought about how they would fix Dragon Trigger. Just died. Huh. But don't worry, if you can't get that, no worries. We will do more giveaways a little bit later that are less esoteric. Sure, it's not Creed. It might be Creed. It might have members from Creed. Excuse me, I exclusively listen to Creed TikToks. Solid 1000 damage Dragon Trigger. Cold Rain's also a good guess. You gotta throw an exclamation point in front of those answers, though. Otherwise the bot won't grab it, and I'm too stupid. Baby Metal's another good guess. It'll take your most recent guess as well. Let's actually fight this guy. Kind of been babying him a little bit, but Heaven's Archer's about to die, so can't let that happen. See ya. See, you don't need anything but Dragon Trigger 3. Especially not against warriors, because the class sucks. Oh man. You get to give Heaven's Archer so much shit now. Saved him. It's perfect. Remember back when I didn't have only ranged attacks and I could actually hit that asshole? I remember that. I'll play it one more time for you guys. I think it's been long enough, so the YouTube copyright system might not cut my nuts off for playing this. Hang on. I always click the wrong one. Why is that one on the top? Hang on. Exclamation point. The name of this band in chat. Here's a hint. It's also open for a Netflix. These are all solid guesses. I will say it's very interesting because this band keeps coming up, especially since I've been getting back into anime. And like every time I'm like, oh, that song's really good, I'm gonna go like buy it or get it or something. And then I'm like, god damn it, it's these guys. Oh man. The names of Japanese bands are also insane. Which is because I know a lot of it is concepts translated to English. Rude. Did 1% of her health. I'm an actual god. Gonna die though. Oh, gonna die. Gonna die. Gonna die. Didn't die. We in lag territory. I kind of wish there was a ping function. Is there an extension that does that where it's like, here's the amount of lag you have from skill inputs. Here's the number of frames. There's that cheating. Because there's some weird stuff in this game that you wouldn't think is against TOS that is, and there's some stuff that you would think is super against TOS that is specifically not. So. What's up, dude?
I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I dropped this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot
Tab, no, wrong guy, alright. Tab targeting in this game is weird. Oh dear. Oh boy. We're not dead, chat. Don't even need Unshakable Mountain. That trade's for bitches. The funny part with the next patch is they're actually nerfing Bladesworn. Not my build, because fuck Unshakable Mountain, but like, it's so funny. Like, Homage was like, it'd be really funny if they nerfed Bladesworn, and I was like, they are. When we were hanging out the other night. Alright. They're all good answers. I dig. I've also got new Japanese rock bands I need to look up after this. Keep turning on, what's it called? Snap to ground target when I definitely don't mean to. I wanna auto attack you. Yeah. Auto attacking on staff. It's the most effective thing. You ever think you would end up playing a Guild Wars 2 where everything had blocks, dodges, and evades for fucking days? I got that aimed at the Revenant and hit the Firebrand. Just auto attack. It's fine. It's actually AI. No, if it was AI, I wouldn't get DMCA'd over and over. That's a good idea, though. Oh my god, Dragon Trigger 3 hit something. I actually like Stomp because you can use it as a movement skill while you're in the air. Because it's a true stun break, which is dope. He's coated by... Ooh, ouch. A human. Nice. Might actually rally. Ooh, nope. Rallied him. GG's. Nice. That was rough. That's what I get for looking at chat for a nanosecond. Can I not use staff 3? The fuck is going on? Alright. Night Crazy Fox. One of our OG members. Nice to play with him. It's actually like Nuz, weird salmon AI artist. I'm really sad because that one Salmon Race song was so good, but everything's been downhill, just like typical rock career. I know it was a... Oh my god, another one. He's running rifle as well. Holy mother of God. You just use a staff? I'm so confused. Respect. Like to dodge at some point. I don't get to dodge. Sorry. Respect to that guy, though. It all went south after Salmon Run. The first map with Janther was so good, though, man. Janther Wilds wasn't even that bad. I still really... I don't know. The second release of Soto was still the low point of all the mini expansions for me. But I don't think that the second release of Janther Wilds was, like, much better. I don't know. Lowland Shores is dope. So good. I almost feel like for the way to fix Bladesworn, they just need to remove flow entirely. Like, just get rid of it. It's too many steps. I mean, overall, it's amazing value for money. Like, even Silhouette pointed that out. I made fun of him when he jumped in here last time. I kind of feel like he's mad at me, even though he doesn't get mad ever. But I thought Silhouette would be like a little bit more doomery, but his last video on reviewing Janther Wilds essentially was really good, so respect. Hello, person. Hello. Would you like to fight? Ow. That's rude. That's rude. Rude man. That's rude. That's rude. He's still rude. I'm being rude. Got eggs. Hell yeah, dog. Should I switch to the OP build, chat? I can have a rifle off. Is he running? Man knows what's up. Just kept shooting me at half health. Hello. Hello. Hang on. Alright. Hello. Ouch. Nice jet. Dodge jump. Hollow disc rune. Very nice. Respect, guy. See if it wants to hit him. Nope, not today. Good use of terrain. Oh, there's a thief. Thief doesn't want to play by the rules. Bro, I was trying to get away from the weird veteran scout that was killing you. But you go, girl. Good fight. Thank you, Kate. Oh, my team's decided no. The team has decided they are going to be jerks. Big jerk faces. Big jerk faces. I'm gonna go over here and slash cry. Bladesworn might be able to solo him though. I'm sorry. We'll mourn your body. That's good to hear, nah. I'm glad it's on par. I think Guild Wars 2, the community's had it too good for too long with Guild Wars 2 and rah, 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 but for real. Like, people don't notice something, like, don't appreciate something till it's gone, and I don't know, man. I feel like we got so lucky with the original XPack model that it was just... I'm not saying the new ones are worse, they're just less for less money. It's just... Nostalgia's a hard thing to fight, and loss aversion's an even harder thing to fight in human psychology. That's a bunch of people. What I get for looking at chat? You guys need to stop being so interesting. Love my wheels Bladesworn build. Ooh, you want to fight? Let's do it, dude. That's not where I wanted to go. That keeps getting toggled on tonight. Don't really know why. Interesting interactions. I really feel like, I don't know, they should have an emote wheel in this game. Favorite FF14 expansion? How is 14? I keep hearing very good things. Ow, you jerk. Being a jerk. Being a jerk. Being a jerk, chat. You want a 1v1 or what? You'd hate it. Solid. I don't think he wants a 1v1. His entire team is right there, Dream. Be careful, dog. I think he's gonna, like, say he wants to 1v1 and then just, like, dip pretty hard. Get that vibe. These okay guys are okay, though. Respect. Combat's bad. Alright. Not about paying a sub for a bad combat. Let's do this drawing, chat. Kind of spaced out on it. Got distracted by something shiny over here. I'm feeling the calorie deficit. Let me port back and do this. I think only 2 people got it. And I think one of them didn't actually put an exclamation mark. One of them put an exclamation mark but changed their answer. Sergio got it. Only person to guess. The answer is Cold Rain. And Cold Rain is dope. If you haven't heard them, go look them up. Very, very talented Japanese rock group. Does a lot of openings for hype anime and the like. But congrats to Sergio for their Googling skills. It is very much appreciated. And I know I need to work on the song ticker. I am working my little pseudo butt off, doing everything from Bloodborne fashion contests to house improvements. So we'll get to it when we get to it. I also need to figure out how to enable memberships on the YouTube side because I've had people say they would rather, no problem, thank you for participating. They would rather pay a YouTube sub because they get free, you know, no ads and then they can watch the VODs and stuff, so I will figure that out on the YouTube side. Because I know that's getting sort of cheaper than YouTube Premium if you only have a couple creators you watch. Hate that word, but it is what it is, so I'll try to figure that out. Because YouTube Premium is approximately $6,000 a month now. And you still get ads on the lowest tier, which is great. You ever thought you would pay for cable and still get ads, chat? Oh wait, that's just cable. Try this song again, because this is another Cold Rain one. Let's see if I get shot from space. I like this guy in map chat, you maggot. And I defeated 30 enemies. My stone mist castle, you maggot, should repair it. I love this. I'm getting into the RP. Hello, Vert. Sergio, I don't know what you expected. Sometimes map chat's pretty okay. I noticed one of the PvP trolls moved to Armistice, which is unfortunate, but there's a block button for a reason. Hello. I love doing shit like that. I pressed all of these buttons like 4 years ago, man. It's fucked. Hello. Nice, I actually hit him there. What is shooting me? The fuck did you come from? Why was there a guy over there? Oh my god. Oh, that's so fucked. Hello. Oh, he's got a hydromancy sigil, chat. He's a real boy. I'm gonna turn that off. Ability to toggle that shit on. Neither of us is gonna... The problem with this 1v1 is he has better setups than I do. Like, Bladesworn loses the Spellbreaker 1v1 pretty hard. Unless I can kite every single one of his burst skills, which I probably can't, I'm going to lose this, because he has way better sustain and way better setups than I do. But, never give up, you know? Nice, solid 2,000 damage. Nice rampage, dude. Let's go. Defiant stance has a 4-second cast time now, I am convinced. Respect, you got me. Defiant stance had actually cast when I pushed the button. That would have been a much better duel. It's his playstyle. He wants to go into World vs. World and gank. He's got it. I want to run back on that, but I doubt I'll get it. Oh, I didn't have the 1% damage reduction thing. And actively throwing here, chat, not that it would have mattered. Defiant stance fucking sucks. I really wish they'd buff it, but I don't have a better option, unfortunately. I almost feel like one of Warrior's heals should stun break you. You have more dashes than I do, especially if you run daggers. I know what your skills do. The difference is I'm running a Relic of Speed. Grass is always greener, Sergio. You too could play Bladesworn and complain about it all the time. Ooh, solid second of lag there. Hey, CD. Welcome. Reminds me, we need to do another giveaway here. I should probably do some PvP just to keep my rating up. I'm not hating this build, even with Stomp, though. Pretty okay. Like, Stomp requires discipline, but for real. Like, actually. Because you need the immob removal because it's so telegraphed. Here we go. We'll do another piece of trivia, chat. So grab your kids, hide your wife. Let me think of that first. Ooh. One day I'll get to heal Dream. It'll be great. There'll be cake. Whatever I targeted there. Wherever that Dragon Hunter was. Stack opportunity. Nope, not stack opportunity. Where'd you go, Mr. Sneaky? Nice pull, whatever that was. With one dash. Yeah, but Ride the Lightning's like 3,000 range. Maybe you should use a second dagger. You get Mudslide, you get the fire one, you get the other one I can't think of. There's like 3 dashes. Earth Shield has a dash on the auto attack. Yeah, I think you binding bladed him? Blowed? I think you blinding blew him, Dream. Good job. Good job blowing that guy. Okay. So how do I want to word this so it's not confusing? But it will be confusing regardless. I'll tell you what, it'll be a trivia question, but it'll be an easy trivia question. So there's 3 answers to this. What piece of gear, this is for another 25 gold, what piece of gear, mathematically, is the most beneficial to change from 3 or 4 stats to Selly stats? As in, what piece of gear will you get the most benefit from swapping? And again, you gotta be followed on Twitch or just exist on YouTube. So if you think it's an amulet, exclamation point amulet. If you think it's a sigil, exclamation point stacking sigil. Something like that. It won't take neck, but I can change that on my side. Curiosity. There you go. You did it for me. Thank you. You don't even have to reach over to my keyboard. Shh. Don't tell them I have a keyboard, chat. They'll think I play this game. I guess technically there's only one answer to this. Try to do a balance of RNG and trivia. Ooh, why didn't it target the guy right in front of me? No one will ever know. Just does whatever. You just press buttons and stuff happens in this game, chat. I swear to God. Emulator back. Nice. Well, you gotta pick one. It'll take the whatever you answer enter the last. Like the latest answer, it'll change to that. But you got 15 minutes, so to think about it. Alright, Dragon Trigger will come out one of these days, chat. Be amazing. This guy doesn't even want to fight me. I had no buttons left. I'm also gonna say food isn't eligible because the answer would be food otherwise, and I didn't write that down. Food would be the answer. Actually, the real answer is utility food, like the utility oil. Because the Selly Decade utility oil is better than every other utility thing in the game, period. On almost any build. Even if you don't have Selly stats, but if you have Selly stats, it's super better than everything else. Requires too many specific qualifiers and whatnot, though. Oh dear. Save me. I get the water fields. Yeah, we're gonna do gear. I meant sort of like in my brain, because I'm like doing 4 things, I was like which, you know, piece of anything you could swap out. But yeah, we'll do gear, so limit to sigils, you know, trinkets and whatnot. You good. It's alright, I didn't enter food anyway, because I'm a dumbass. But yeah, if you're new here, if you're old, welcome back. I am Pseudo, lots of build crafting, theory crafting streams, Monday, Wednesday, sometimes Friday at 9 Eastern, so feel free to sub and hang out if you like the vibe here. Just listen to rock music and talk about trivia and stuff. Yeah, these fights have been dope. As well as dope fights. An occasional world versus world. Here's a bonus question, chat. This isn't for gold. Do you know which pieces are better to 4-stat than they are to 3-stat? It's kind of a hint. If so. Like, if you have the option, you're going to take some 3-stat and you're going to take some 4-stat on whatever build. Do you know which pieces mathematically you just get a benefit out of 4-statting? This guy has been bloodthirsty all night. Oh dear. Yeah. The downside of Stomp is you can't cast anything while you're stomping. It's truly unfortunate. Wish it did an animation lock you. Hey Emperor, what's up? Just in time for our last trivia question. Which piece of your gear do you get the most benefit out of turning to Celestial? So like percentage from the original. Because obviously some pieces just give you more stats than others. So it would be relative in percent to the original. Selly is an option for you. There's one food that is an option for you that for raids that people use for raid CMs. Well, it's for 25 gold. You don't have to enter. There's a Selly food that gives 10% damage reduction. That gives all 45 to all stats, and also gives you 10% damage reduction and lifesteal, both. You get it from, I believe, Chapter 10 in the End of Dragon story, and you can get it with a primer. A lot of my raid people use that for challenge modes. because it's extra damage and extra tank. Congrats on landing in London. That sounds like a very long flight. Yeah, time zones will do that. Sounds like you're gonna get the nap of naps pretty soon. I think Rustage has been okay with me playing his stuff, but we'll see how this goes. Yeah, get those entries in. We'll do that drawing at the top of the hour, so in 8 minutes. This little roaming stream for a change. I've been doing too much PvP. Don't tell Homage. Let's go roam. We're probably gonna lose this. Oh yeah. Let's go run around, see if I can get some more little duels. I want to find that Spellbreaker again. It could also be a trick question. They could all be exactly the same. Or approximately the same. June balance patch is not out. The release patch for the story came out. Start with the Selly gear. Don't worry too much about your actual gear. Play what you like, CD. Because just like take a build you enjoy from PvE with skills you enjoy from PvE and like try to translate that. Like just take a bunch of stun breaks. And you can do it with like starting Celestial gear. Or you can get exotics from the main merchant. Oh, is he over there? Alright, maybe. But yeah, just play what you enjoy. And the rest will come. It's kind of like the rest of the game, like you just end up on a class that you enjoy, right? Don't play Bladesworn. Unless you really enjoy it like I do. And you can always test out skills and whatnot that you're not familiar with in the PvP lobby. If you don't have one of the, you know, Armistice Bastion key or whatever. But yeah, just take it at your own pace. Don't rush it. Don't get too bent out of shape. Don't rush into joining a World vs. World guild. Find some people that you can run around and suck with as well. Because you're gonna spend if you do too much on the build, like this is even how my builds go. You're gonna spend a bunch of time on the build, like theory crafting it to shit, be like, oh, I have all the perfect pieces, and you're gonna go into a fight and you're gonna instantly die because it's gonna be a new build, and you're gonna be like, this thing sucks, and when in reality you just need to practice it. So I just highly recommend playing what you enjoy and starting off and going at your own pace. And it's fun because you get all the customization from PvE. It depends. I like World vs. World more because there's more of a build, like your build matters more in World vs. World to me, and your gear matters more. Like you can actually, like if you're bad at playing the game but good at theory crafting and build crafting like me, Emperor, I like World vs. World because you can kind of get carried by your gear a little bit more. Especially once you start min-maxing with like precision stats and whatnot. And it lets you play nonsense like Bladesworn without it completely sucking. But it is, if you're just starting out from scratch, yeah, it's much more intimidating. And I'm gonna defer to the answer for this one. I usually give people gold if they're right, and if you're right and I'm wrong about this, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna defer to the answer I have written down for this one. It is entirely possible that there's a better thing to Selly stat, but I'm gonna go with the one that I entered. I know for a fact that the utility oil is the best. But again, that's not gear. Mathematically also, leadership runes are just ridiculous, but they're not full Selly. Mathematically, leadership runes give you like 625 stats versus every other rune. It goes like leadership, surging, if you count the movement speeds, surging, fireworks, and all the other 25% ones, pack, and then everything else. Divinity are also really good because it's like 72 times 8 or whatever. Yeah, pack runes are mathematically pretty good. They're not as... I think they're like 550, so they're not nearly as good as leadership, but the thing with pack runes is they actually give you precision. So, they're very good. Not a lot of runes. Like, if there was a precision boon duration rune, that would be on everything that I run. But there isn't. It depends on how you run it. Yeah, Tempest can be Condi duration. The low-key kind of OP rune for Tempest, if you're running like Pistol Tempest or Condi Tempest, is Lissa, because Lissa gives you precision, Condi duration, and boon duration. No other rune does that. Lissa is actually kind of on my low-key OP list. Well, if you're getting screwed by Mesmers and Thieves as a backline Ellie, just to see if you can work in a magnetic shield. Mag shield is pretty overpowered for dealing with that, because it gives you like a mag aura and invuln. I think there's a solid daze on there somewhere, and it has 100% uptime. I know it's clunky as fuck to use, but it's really good. Yeah, it's really funny that they never nerfed that Radiance trait dream. The crit chance one. The trait is wild. Oh, I have full. Yeah. Thought I was missing supply. Oops. Alright, let's do this drawing. 2 minutes, chat. Get your entries in. It's weird how many classes are just balanced around having 25 might now, right? Like, one of the most interesting comments of, like, are you finding a new use for the new relics when I asked that on the little YouTube poll thing? Because I am actually, it's not just engagement farming, I'm legitimately interested whenever I put one of those up, usually, on what I ask. One of the best answers I got was, Mistburn slaps on Thief right now, Relic of the Mistburn, because Thieves don't have access to might, traditionally. So if you run, like, the cake that I run that gives you might on, like, chance on hit, or if you run a Sigil of Courage or just something that gives you like slow passive might generation on Thief, you can hit 25 might on like a Power or Condi Thief real easy now, which is horrifying. So, you know, Thieves out there, hit it up. It also gives you precision, which, you know, pretty good. All right, we got a breakdance. Very important. And then we got to do this this drawing here, chat. The answer, and again, I'm just going on based on my experience here, is Amulet. The runner-up answer is Ring. And Kagosity over on Twitch has won our giveaway. Yeah, you can run Crit Strikes, Thief. And then you're good. And then you also get the Fury. You'll have to find a way to not die, but it's a lot of damage. I guess if you're a Daredevil, you already have all the dodges. Oh yeah, it's you. Character name or an account name when you get a chance, Kagosity. Or you can whisper Salem if you're not comfortable with that. S-A-L-E-M, all one word. And I'll shoot you over 25 gold. Rune gives you Condi damage, Condi duration, and boon duration. They don't have a lot of Condi damage boon duration runes, so my closest pick for that would be Lissa Night Owl, because a lot of the Condi things benefit from precision as well, and precision is just like mathematically really good in this game. Boon duration Condi rune. I know there's specific ones for like might duration with aristocracy. Chat might have to help me out on this one. Just because a lot of the runes weren't built to give boon duration, I don't think a lot of them do. But Tempest will give you the most Condi duration and is a Selly rune. So technically, yes, Tempest runes, if you want just like max Condi duration. Because you'll also get a little bit of boon duration, like 2.4 with that one. Is there a build you're looking for it for? Or a class? It's one Spellbreaker, man. Living the life. And don't forget to enter our Bloodborne fashion contest, guys and girls. It's like a lot of money, and it's all from you guys, so all the memberships and subs and whatnot went into that. So again, Legendary Spear giveaway. Thank you very much. Go enter it. You're welcome. Hello. Hi, Reaper, bro. What's up? Feel a little bad. Like, I just want to be a Reaper, man. Well, I just want to be a gun samurai. Which of us is really wrong here? It's me. It's never not going to be toggled on. He's new. I feel bad. You get to live. True. Firebrand Runes gives you Condi quickness duration. Very good. Condi, Ambush, Mirage. Gross! Then you might just have to sacrifice your rune for a boon duration, right? And get everything else from everything else. That's what I do on my Condi Mirage builds generally, is I'll go Lissa or Leadership. Or whatever, if I'm trying to get a specific rune, or boon. Lissa's quite good, though. There's a, if you're worrying about tank, there's a toughness boon duration rune that's like Leadership but toughness based. I believe it's Herald. Travelers is nice for Mirage as well. That's a good point because you get the movement speed. Yo, Kagosity, you have won. Congrats. Character name or an account name, sorry. Before the end of the stream. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. You're K-G-O-S-I-T-Y. My bad if I'm mispronouncing that. I can only read and our education system sucks. That's why I read in Braille and talk in binary. That'd be a trick. 3 stacks. But yeah, to my knowledge, if you're gonna 4-stat something, it goes amulet, rings, headgear, backpack, chest piece, leg piece, and then everything else. The little pieces like gloves and whatnot are the worst ones to 4-stat. But if you 4-stat versus 3-statting a piece of like your chest piece or your leg gear, it will actually give you like a couple more points than if you would do like 2 gloves or 3 gloves, you know, gloves, boots, shoulders, which is weird and useless knowledge that you will never use in real life, but now it's in your head, chat. So I would only assume that amulets follow the same trend. Or not amulets, Selly. If you really, like if you're a baller and you have infinite money, and you need the movement speed, Night Owl, there's a food that gives you 25% movement speed as well. It's Writs of Masterful Speed, and even as semi-wealthy as I am now in this game, I still use primers on them because they're like 7 gold each to craft from Heart of Thorns. But I do use them on my Mesmer builds. And kind of show that off. Yeah, I sent Dream a couple. They're expensive to craft too. That's why I just buy order them from the trading post. These. Very, very, very good. You put them in your bank. Well, fine. Sent them to you so you'd use them. All good, man. I am hungry, chat. All right, Kagosity, last call. And then I'm gonna give it to our runner-up. Don't want to waste them. I mean, to be fair, yeah. You sent it on Twitch. Did you use... So, like, I'm streaming right now. I know Twitch has whispers theoretically somewhere. I'm 50 or 60 years old. Do you have the capacity to whisper me in-game? If not, I will go find the Twitch whispers. Because it's theoretically something I should know where they are. But also, I've literally never done that. Ah, hills. Hills are hard, chat. Salem. S-A-L-E-M. S-A-L-E-M is my easiest character name. Totally understand. I'm hungry, chat. It's burrito time. Shorter stream to make up for the longer ones from last week. Dude, we had such a run in PvP for that stream that I was just troubleshooting and trying to figure out like how to do Instagram albums, which it turns out is impossible last time. But like, yeah, it was pretty dope. We won a lot. Oh, good fights tonight as well. Shout out to that one Spellbreaker as well, and the one dude playing Bladesworn, living the dream. Hello, person. Alright, let me do this. Throw this over here so I don't dox you. Thank you for entering. I'm gonna have to type it because I'm stupid. I have a dude coming, rolling up on me. Oh. This is very rude. Hang on. Mail sent. Hopefully that was you. Would you like to fight? Alright, I'm gonna go over here. Now we're gonna fight. Then I'm gonna go eat burritos. Thank you for not pressing buttons while I was super AFK, person. Still don't know how anyone ever kills a catalyst. They just seem to do everything and then I die. Fighting is part of fighting too, except if they have lightning flash. Good enough. I'll end on that. He gets the win. Good fight, Catalyst dude. Is he gonna... No, he's not. He's gonna leave the light and fire line. I'm gonna die like a bitch. Fair enough. I'm a baked bitch. I'll see you on Wednesday, chat. Back for more theory crafting, world versus world PvP streams. Yeah, and Kagosity got the money, so we are good there. But yeah, I'm Sudo. This is Build Wars 2. And hopefully we get some news about the new expansion sooner than later. I'm super psyched. But yeah, let me know what you're using in terms of the new builds, in terms of the new relics, and what you're hoping for in the new expansion. And I will see you guys in Tyria. Have a good night. Peace out. Thank you for joining.